Welcome to the Good News Flower Hour, people. I'm your host, Dave Easy. In a nationally broadcast press conference Tuesday night, the president told a worried nation to chill the fuck out, as populist rage over the AIG bonuses reached a fever pitch not seen since the Death to Disco riots of 1979. In related news, 14 out of 15 AIG executives returned their six-figure bonuses after being threatened with bodily harm by every man, woman, and child in America.
So this is Christmas.
This week, the end of the global war on terror, or at least the use of the phrase global war on terror, came not with a bang or a whimper, but an email. Reports that the phrase are being retired have been circulating for some time among senior administration officials, and this week speechwriters and other staffers were notified via email to use the phrase overseas contingency operation instead. China reportedly blocked access to YouTube because of video footage showing Chinese soldiers beating monks and Tibetans. And everybody knows Chinese soldiers don't beat monks and Tibetans. Chinese officials refused to directly address the charge of censorship, saying only, quote, "China is not afraid of the internet, the tooth fairy, or the Easter bunny," end quote. In related news, this week China's central banker, Zhu Zhiyuan, or something like that, called for the dollar to be replaced as the global standard by a new independent currency to be monitored and administered by the International Monetary Fund. This is perhaps the biggest nail yet in the coffin of the American empire. Japanese officials certified this week that Tsutomu Yamaguchi survived the atomic bomb blasts at both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Mr. Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima on a business trip on August 6, 1945, when a U.S. plane dropped an atomic bomb on the city. He then returned to his home in Nagasaki just in time for the second atomic bomb blast, officials said.
I am the publisher of the Inquirer. As such, it's my duty, and I'll let you in on a little secret. It's also my pleasure to see to it that decent, hard-working people in this community aren't robbed blind by a pack of money-mad pirates just because they haven't anybody to look after their interests.
Last month, we reported that the Philadelphia Inquirer declared bankruptcy. The Inquirer now joins the Chicago Tribune, Los Angeles Times, Baltimore Sun, Minneapolis Star-Tribune, and the New Haven Register in bankruptcy court. With the newspaper industry and journalism itself hanging by the skin of its teeth, Senator Benjamin Cardin introduced a bill this week that would allow newspaper companies to restructure as nonprofits with a variety of tax breaks. Drug gang killings in Mexico claim the lives of more than 7,000 so far as drug cartels fight one another for control of trafficking routes into the U.S. This week, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton traveled to Mexico and declared, "Our insatiable demand for illegal drugs fuels the drug trade," end quote. She went on to say that the U.S. would shift law enforcement priorities and issue an arrest warrant for God because, after all, he grew the shit.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
The good news this week is a Variety reports Sean Penn is signed on to play Larry in the Farrelly Brothers movie about the Three Stooges. Benicio del Toro is reportedly negotiating to play Moe, while Jim Carrey has agreed to put on 40 pounds and play Curly.
Hello. 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 Hello.
And that is the week that was. The Good News Flower Hour was brought to you this week by the word Predator Drone. Just run for your lives, people.